Jake.
Brian Anderson here. With me tonight are analysts Richard Jefferson and Grant Hill, and our reporter, Allie LaForce.
It was poor efficiency scoring the ball. They needed too many attempts to get their points.
Yeah, it looked like they were settling out there, not moving the ball enough to generate the type of shots that they wanted.
Now Smart. And with every new NBA season, Grant, it's always fun to see which players have a breakout year.
NBA, it seems like guys always have breakout years. Usually we see it with the younger players, but sometimes it's with guys who've been in the league and are now in new situations. Last year, we saw breakout seasons for Darius Garland, Jordan Poole, and Tyrese Maxey, just to name a few.
Here's Tatum. And finished off by Tatum.
Ooh, how about those nifty moves from Tatum? So crafty with the rock.
Who's got Simmons?
Back to Durant. Durant draws the double. That one drops for him.
Setting an aggressive tone early, challenging the heart of that defense.
And here's Smart. In his last outing, he had 11 points.
Now, what hard work from Tatum inside. Doing what it takes to find his shot.
Brooklyn with the ball. And this is their first time matched up with the Celtics this year. Here's Durant. Rebound Boston. A little over a minute and a half into this first quarter.
Marcus Smart is one of the toughest players in this league, mentally and physically. So willing to sacrifice himself on a play, on both ends.
Here's Simmons. Outside Irving. Back to Durant. And Durant with the big finish.
Yeah, such a creative playmaker. Love seeing Irving find the open teammate and make the right pass.
Smart's toughness does really stand out on defense, though, Richard.
Yeah, because he gets right up in your jersey. Even though it can put him in harm's way, if he thinks he can trip you up at all, he'll put his body on the line.
Brooklyn with the ball. Trailing by 2. Back to Claxton. Over Horford. And no good, trying to use the glass. Outside White. Back to Smart. Pass to Brown. Nails it from beyond the arc.
A dangerous shooter from all areas. Brown's eyes get real big when he shoots these corner threes.
It's stolen by Smart. And that one drops for him.
And their offense looking like a well-oiled machine.
First quarter of play, and we're about 3 minutes in. Down low. Here's Durant. And it falls for him. He's hit 3 of his first 4 attempts. 1:53 left in the first quarter. Pass to Smart. From deep. That shot off. And Brooklyn going the other way now. To the inside. Horford with a steal. Smart with the ball. Irving picks him up. And here's Tatum. Off target with the 3. Simmons with it.
Bilis yung kalaban. Nangyari. Testing ulit. Okay, pili. Ayan.
This is Brian Anderson, joined courtside by Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg. Our reporter tonight, Allie LaForce.
It was poor efficiency scoring the ball. They needed too many attempts to get their points.
Yeah, and I think they just seem to be a page behind, a step slower out there all game.
Unable to get the ball in bounds, and they got called for a 5-second violation. And if your team is starting out slower than anticipated, how do you prevent frustration from setting in, Grant?
That's a tough one. I mean, the trick is to try to stay even-keeled. It's such a long season. You're going to have highs and lows. Just treat this like any other low point at any other time of the year. It should pass.
Hey, defenders already have a lot to worry about with Tatum scoring. When he's making passes like that, too, watch out.
Back to Maxey. To the paint. Here's Harris. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. That's on Al Horford.
Yeah, you know, you can't get overly physical with Harris because once you do, he turns it against you and uses it for his good. There's a lot to like about Tobias Harris, his comportment, his versatility. He's adaptable. I think that stands out as well. I mean, he's had to play a lot of roles on different teams, and he's done them all at a high level.
Unusual for him. He'd been in a groove from the line. Transition basketball, the most reliable way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
Shot clock at 6. Here's Embiid. Tries a 10-footer. Tatum with it. Picked up by Tucker. Pass to Smart. Tatum with it. Takes the 3. And it's going to be out of bounds. Boston will have another go. A little over a minute and a half into this first quarter. Screen by Horford. Oh, Tatum slams it home.
Tatum making a lot of noise with these points now. He's an impact player, make no doubt about it. Capable of turning the game all alone.
Well, with Harris, he's willing to sacrifice a larger role for the betterment of his team, Clark.
Yeah, and B.A., I think that speaks to his desire to play winning basketball, to play the game the right way, to play to his strengths and not try to do more than he can, whether he's looked at as a primary scoring option or simply being a spot-up shooter or one of 3 options. Harris has that disposition that says, I'll do whatever it takes.
And it's the Sixers with the ball. After the basket by Boston. Here's Harris. Can't cash in the 10-footer. The Celtics with the lead. Back to Brown. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Left side, Tucker. Can't get it to drop. Nice D from Tatum.
That's exactly the look they wanted, guys. Right guy, right play, wrong result.
And the call will be against Jason Tatum. That's his first foul of the game. First quarter of play, and we're about 3 minutes in. Melton outside. Outside Thibault. Just 5 to shoot.
Iniwan na naman ako. Ano nangyari eh? Boston tuloy. Iiwan ako ng kalaban. Magandang hapon sa nag-iisa kong viewer. G.
With Hall of Famers Grant Hill and Doris Burke, this is Brian Anderson. Joining us from the sidelines, Allie LaForce.
It really just wasn't a fun game for them. Their offense looked stagnant, and they couldn't get anything going.
I thought they were outworked and outplayed in just about every phase of the game. Maybe that's one of those situations where you say, hey, let's move on.
Iiwan na naman ako. Ba't ko iniiwan? Jamoran. Guys. Nangyari, ba't ako iniiwan? Nugget. G.
2K Sports presents Thursday night of the NBA.
Here we go.
This is Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Brett Barry. David Aldridge will be reporting from the sidelines. For the Denver Nuggets, they come into tonight's game after the loss to the Lakers.
Yeah, what we saw in that game and what you see around the league is a questionable dependency on the triple.
Well, you have to be able to use the three-point line in some way. It's just such a weapon. And in that game, it was just not there for him.
And so it's Jokic with it. He brings it up for Denver. Now Porter. Back to Jokic. Pass to Gordon. And it's Gordon finishing it off.
Aaron Gordon is one springy dude. When he gets the ball down low, it's hard to stop him.
And Jokic signing a huge extension this offseason. Largest contract at the time it was signed. You knew it was coming, as he just means so much to the franchise, and that's the cost for a back-to-back MVP. You can't just stop when there's a pick set up got to fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Here's Morant. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And going up strong inside demonstrates confidence. Morant not afraid to get physical. In terms of entertainment factor, can any current player top Ja Morant? I mean, we've seen Ja with some vicious in-game throwdown.
Now let's go to Hall of Famer David Aldridge, who had a chance to talk with head coach Taylor Jenkins.
The frustration was evident in his voice when I asked him about the record. He told me, well, we've been learning the hard way. Anything less than 100% effort will not get it done. I want our guys to recognize that and be hungrier than they've been. Is it talent? Is it effort? Well, they're still trying to figure it out. Kevin, back to you.
Thanks, David. Hey, Greg, talking about the great Ja Morant, this guy is just flat out fun to watch.
Well, Ja's been known to go off for 50 on any given night, but he also looks for others, dropping some nasty dimes. Morant has an insane combination of athleticism and skill. This guy can do anything.
Shot clock at 5. Driving inside.
And some people have talked about KCP, how he's an all-defensive team candidate, getting a taste of it right there.
Gets it to fall. The bucket from Bane.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Caldwell Pope outside. Pass to Jokic. Back to Caldwell Pope. And he gets the bucket.
Well, when it comes to creative passing, Jokic is probably at the top of the list in the NBA.
So timeout called here. The first for Memphis. .157 left to play in the first quarter. Here's Jones. Green with the block. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Green. 1:51 left in the first. Good work there as it goes. We have just a few games in the books, Brent. What are coaches right now looking for from their team, from their players?
Well, I think you're still trying to figure out what your identity is, Kevin. You've played a few games. You're trying a few different rotations. You still want to do that over the course of the next 25 games before you really settle into what you know is going to give you the best chance offensively and defensively and win games. You know, altered shots don't show up on the official stat sheet, but as we saw there, he does a great job of doing that as well as collecting the rebound.
His three-pointers off the mark. The Nuggets trail by 4. And there's a whistle. That goes on John Conchar. That is his first foul of the game. .104 left in the first quarter. Outside, Green. Back to Smith. The Nuggets moving the ball around. Here's Highland. 4 on the shot clock. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. Astenaji. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. And the Grizzlies leading by 4. There's 39 seconds left to play in the first. Tillman's shot is good.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation. Here's Jones. His last outing, he had 8 points. Pass to Tillman. And the layup's good off the glass. Tillman's got his second bucket of the night.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Here's Highland. From 12 feet out. No good that time.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Pass to Conshaw. And Jones has it in the corner. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Well, if there were 4 or 5 boxes to check in terms of the game plan tonight, they might have checked 6. I mean, they're doing everything out there.
And so it's Memphis going into the break with a 10-point lead. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've got. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Grizzlies?
A lot of high motor play from them in this one, allowing them to kind of charge through the defense and find good looks.
They've also done a great job of taking turnovers and producing out of that, working really hard that they're not wasting extra chances that they're creating.
And too much time in the lane, they get called for the 3-second violation.
And to make that mistake at this time is tough to come back from.
Well, not making things easier on themselves right now, that's for sure.
And Adams with the slam.
Yeah, that 265 pounds out there, it's pretty solid, a wrecking ball.
And so it's Porter bringing it up now for the Nuggets. A 12-point game. This, of course, their first opportunity to play Memphis this season.
Well, these two teams will see plenty of each other as this is the first of 4 contests between them this year.
And hopefully this one sets the tone for what we're going to see in the other 3 games against these teams. They'll both be sort of measuring each other out here in the first quarter.
Well, Greg, with this Memphis Grizzlies team, you like how young and how hungry they are. It's very appealing.
And these players have bought into the system. This is a selfless group that knows each other's strengths, and it's why they've seen so much success here of late.
The leadership of the NBA Players Association, Greg, has said they support expansion. And 2 cities, which seem to be the leading candidates, Seattle and Las Vegas. What do you think?
Yeah, well, I love both. Had the good fortune of playing in both cities, and I'd love to see a team in my hometown, but bottom line, more teams means more jobs, and that's a sentiment I think most can get behind.
It's Morant with the drive. Missed inside. The Nuggets trail by 14, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Grizzlies will take it. And now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second quarter. Here's the lob to Adams. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Well, not many times does Adams get his number called for plays like that, but the oop there looked good.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
And it's Gordon missing.
And that's one way to end up in the highlights.
Yeah, well, the bloopers, right?
Back to Morant. Pass to Adams. Down it goes for his 3rd basket in as many tries.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Timeout is called, first of the game for the Nuggets. Grizzlies making a switch here. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Thank you, Kevin. Now, Michael Porter Jr. was a top prospect in his high school class, but his back injury has presented a constant challenge. He says, it changed my perspective. I'm just going to get up every day and try to be better than I was the day before. If I'm giving my best every day, then I'm good. Back to you guys.
Well, you hope he stays healthy. That has been a concern. Thanks, David. A different look for Denver. That'll be a 5-second call.
And to make that mistake at this time is tough to come back from.
Well, not making things easier on themselves right now, that's for sure.
Here's Morant. And a wide open look for Payne. And a miss there on the triple. The Nuggets trailed by 16. And Smith gets double teamed. Shoots over Morant. And another miss by Denver. Denver grabs the miss.
If you told me this was the kind of game he was going to have, I would not have expected them to be in front right now.
And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. And finished off by Morant.
Fantastic instincts there by Morant, sizing up the D and then just taking what he sees.
Here's Najee. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Over in the corner, Green. Down low. Banked in off the glass.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Pass to Clark. And here's Morant. That's in for his 5th make of the night. Now shooting at a 50% clip, 5 for 10.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
43 seconds left here in the second. To the inside. Highland. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
Now that's excellent. Get the ball down deep inside and cash in on a simple basket.
The rugged toughness of Morant. Excellent at fighting through there and capitalizing in style.
Playing games at altitude here in Denver, Brent. How does it affect the player?
Well, you could say it's mental, but I could tell you from experience, Kevin, it is physical. I mean, it does hit you. And you got to get past that early burn before you can get back into the endurance part of your conditioning.
And then Morant slams it in.
Yeah, that's fire right there. Morant practicing for the dunk contest. I see you, young fella.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time.
And to make that mistake at this time is tough to come back from.
Well, not making things easier on themselves right now, that's for sure.
And it goes out of bounds. That one is off Smith. Here's Jones. 19-point lead, which is the largest margin in the game. Lays it up and banks it in. Jones has got 6.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
That'll be a 5-second call.
And to make that mistake at this time is tough to come back from.
Well, not making things easier on themselves right now, that's for sure.
Ja Morant has been leading the charge, guys, for the Memphis Grizzlies. Willing his team to a successful quarter performance, he seemed to stop at nothing to push the momentum. We'll return shortly. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Aldama gets the bucket.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Here's Jokic. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation. And the Grizzlies leading by 23. Jokic with the steal. And out of bounds as Memphis gains possession.
And back in 2021, Nikola Jokic became the lowest drafted player to ever win the MVP. The 41st pick of the draft, the first second-round pick to win the award. I mean, he's just been brilliant today, guys, and it was the same exact story last time out.
Caldwell Pope outside. Pass to Murray. To the middle. And Caldwell Pope gets the basket. Caldwell Pope's got his second bucket of the game to go. And from second rounder to MVP, Greg, Nikola Jokic. What a story.
Amazing, Kevin. And, you know, one thing the Joker did to transform his game, dedicate himself to his conditioning. Jokic is in much better shape now than when he first entered the league.
Outside, Porter. Here's Gordon. And then Gordon with the dunk.
Porter Jr. moving the ball well. Nice to have a wing player help to be a facilitator.
Now a timeout called by Memphis. And here's Brooks. He'll bring it up for the Grizzlies. It's Morant with the drive. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play. He's got his fourth free throw of the game.
And, you know, guys, he had a big game at the free throw line in their last outing.
You know, it seems like we're seeing more teams, Brent, use zone defense these days. Not too long ago, zone was almost non-existent in the league.
Well, Kevin, you couldn't play zone. Even though there were zone principles in man-to-man defense, it used to be an illegal defense to set up in a 2-3 zone that you see teams doing nowadays. I'm very interested if the league does, in fact, do away with illegal defense and allow coaches to use whatever defensive scheme they need to do to slow up their opposition. It might do something in terms of producing more shots so we don't get stagnation with just threes all the time. We'll see if that happens.
Murray, no good.
I don't think the defense does enough out there to bother him. I think that one's all on him. Just a flat-out miss.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
And turnovers have been the issue for him.
You can see the coaches have gotten into him a little bit about this. They've got to do a better job of taking care of the ball.
And the shot goes in. And that's now 22 points for Ja Morant.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated. And such a young, exciting core for the Nuggets. The MVP, Jokic, Michael Porter Jr., and Jamal Murray. This group has a chance to be a contender for years to come.
Here's Porter. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And Porter's height and length around the basket is going to help him create opportunities to score.
Bain with it. Now defended by Jokic. Here's Morant. And Morant throws it down.
Well, him dominating the offensive end is what accounts for this lead. Just a very difficult guy to stop once he gets going.
With Jokic, I mean, the potential, Greg, of this Denver team, they've got so much of it. But what is the key for them to actually reach it?
Kevin, simply health. I mean, they need Murray and MPJ to be out there. Those two have had major injury issues. Jokic is a generational talent, but the man needs help. Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores. Now, he's not the reason that they're trailing in this one. He's been on his game. It's a few of the other guys that need to pick it up.
Pushing the action, getting others involved. He does it time and time again.
Nice to play with a point guard that takes pride in playmaking. It makes you move around just a little bit faster to get open spots.
Plays it up off the glass. Morant's got 11 here in this quarter alone.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. It's stolen by Adams. And here we go. Morant heading to the hoop.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Porter looking it over. Pass to Jokic. Caldwell Pope outside. Back to Jokic. And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies with a major 39-point lead here at the end of the quarter. Defensively. And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. Now here's Jones. To the paint. Tillman. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
What elevation. He's a smaller but still determined big man, and he likes mixing it up with his impressive vert.
That'll be a 5-second call.
And I like the way he's settled down here. I mean, after the sloppy first half, he's done a much better job taking care of the ball.
Here's Jones. An easy 2 points on the layup.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
And Denver has possession. Outside, Green. Pass to Highland. Back to Green. The Nuggets moving the ball around. Smith on the wing. Over Jones. And it's Smith missing.
Solid rebound there. And with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy. And running with a full head of steam, but completely under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed? He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
Chandler right side. Left side, Jones. And again, it's Memphis with the three.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
And it's Smith with the ball. He brings it up for the Nuggets. Looking ahead, they've got the Jazz coming into town for the next game. That game will conclude a 3-game homestand. On the basket by Jones. Jones has got 9 points now in just the second half.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Here's Highland. Good. Great play by Green to set it up.
And with that one, he halts an 11-0 run by the Grizzlies.
Here's Jones. Gets it to go for bucket number 8. He's taken just 10 shots.
This quarter belongs to him, and that's how you do it when you're out in front. Don't play it safe. Keep that momentum going.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with 2 hands on that stuff. Here's Jones. It drops. That's his 9th field goal of the contest. A blistering hot 9 for 11.
At this point, I don't know what you can do to slow this team down?
Well, nothing that they're doing seems to be making an impact. And there are some nights where you just run out of options, whether it's by personnel or by tactic.
Inside, Clark. And Clark slams it in.
Quick off the floor and powerful. Clark loves to attack that rim.
And here's Denver. Pass to Brown. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Nuggets will retain possession. .151 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Here's Highland. Back to Smith. It's stolen by Jones. And for a lot of up-and-coming teams, getting better defensively is the key to reaching, Greg, that next level. That being considered, what's the first step in that improvement?
A lot of times it's bringing in a great defender, like a Pat Beverly or an Andre Iguodala, a defensive anchor who also inspires his teammates to take that challenge. Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it, just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for Memphis.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
And during the long NBA season, each contest important here tonight. Tonight's win will give them 4 on the season.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Ja Morant.
He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely had the hot hand.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Grizzlies will take it. The Grizzlies making a switch here. Memphis with the ball. They're on a 20-6 run. Jones in the post. To the paint. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. And Denver has possession. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Murray. 19 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Well, this one is winding down now. Memphis can watch the clock run out. And here's Jones. Clark outside, so no problem for Memphis as they get the win. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And that
Sorry. Kalaban. Walang tol, walang kalaban. Walang kalaban, Lod. Laro. Palit. Palit. Ah, eh.
This is Brian Anderson, joined by Grant Hill and Richard Jefferson. Allie LaForce will be our reporter from the sidelines. They're continuing on without Corey Kispert, still out with the injury.
Here we go.
I mean, the injury situation, a difficult one for both teams. Now, we'll see which side can overcome this adversity.
It's something almost every team goes through at some point in a season. That's why depth is so important.
And to the surprise of some league observers, a number of rookies are already making huge contributions, Graham.
And it's so much fun to see these young players stepping up, getting thrown right into the fire, and for good reason. When you have 2 or 3 stars eating up your salary cap, you need the guys on rookie contracts to perform, and they are.
White can't hit. To the inside. Nice shot by Morris.
It's harder to thread those passes inside, but the reward is evident.
Here's Smart. And Morris over to help. Out to Horford. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call.
Well, the 27th pick in 2017, Kyle Kuzma made first-team All-Rookie. He was displaying just sort of significantly better shooting in the pros than he did in college at Utah.
On target from range.
Slick feed by Beal, taking advantage of the hole in the defense to set up a wide open man.
Out of bounds. It'll be Washington's ball. And just around a minute and a half into this first quarter. Kuzma with the ball. Now guarded by Brown. Basket's good. Well, you look at Kuzma's shooting percentages. His rookie season still his most efficient, Greg.
Yeah, B.A. I mean, he stayed at about that same level. But as an offensive-minded player, if he can progress a little, that would certainly help his value.
Now here's Morris. 9 points in his last outing. And that one drops for him.
Boy, absolutely no rim protection, leading to a lot of easy buckets here.
Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. To the middle. They double team Horford. And there's a 3-second violation. Morris with it. Down low. Kuzma. And it's Kuzma finishing it off.
They've shown so much energy right from the start, particularly on the offensive end.
They came out swinging, really setting the tone on offense, and the opposition has not been able to respond.
Here are the Wizards now with the ball. They've gone on a 13-0 run.
You know, the Wizards really came up short last season on the defensive end. They consistently struggled to get stops, which makes it twice as hard to win games.
Avdia can't get it to go. And we're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. Inside. It's stolen by Smart. Offensively, it's been a struggle for him.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
Back to White. Pass to Smart. The kick out to White. Shot clock at 6. Here's Horford. And Horford powers it home.
Look at Horford just rocketing off the floor, putting the defense on notice with a big dunk.
Now a timeout called by Washington. A big group substitution here for Boston. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in this first quarter. I just wonder how the Wizards can remedy their defensive weaknesses from last year.
Well, B.A., mindset is a big part of it. They just need to have better focus on pressuring the ball handlers and making sure shots are getting well contested.
Back to Griffin. Tipped. Barton with it. Picked up by Tatum. To the paint. Here's Hachimura. That shot off. Some solid defense from Williams. Out of bounds. It'll be Washington's ball. There's 57 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Down low. Here's Gafford. Nice move. And the dunk by Gafford.
So far, they're owning both ends of the floor. We'll see if they can keep this going.
They came out and bum rushed them. Huge difference in activity level from both teams tonight.
Inside. Oh, and a nice defensive play to disrupt the lob. And it's Brogdon missing.
If you're looking for ways to help your team, that's last on the list.
Not only a terrible shot, but also at the worst possible time. That's just not a good idea.
And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. Blake Griffin picks one up.
Yeah, and you never want to let shots at the rim go uncontested.
And that one misses. And he sinks the second. Stolen by Gafford. Back to Wright. Outside for Davis. Three-pointer. He buries it from three.
Willing passers, unselfish play. You have to appreciate this kind of offense.
Unable to get the ball in bounds, and they got called for a 5-second violation. And after just 1 quarter of play, a double-digit differential on the scoreboard. Wizards out in front, up 19. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. A chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Wizards. That'll be a 5-second call.
Ay, iniwan ako. Okay. Game is doing.
Welcome to 2K Sports. We have the NBA coming up. Great to have you with us. This is Kevin Harlan. I'm joined by Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony. And David Aldridge will be reporting from the sideline.
Who's got Simmons?
Back in Brooklyn, the Nets tip off the beginning of a homestand. Guy still out of the lineup is T.J. Warren. They want him healthy.
Yeah, and I don't think anyone expected them to be playing this well in his absence, guys, but somehow they really haven't skipped a beat, and I was sure there'd be some kind of a drop-off.
Back to Irving. To the middle. Here's Durant. And there's the call by the official. They'll count the basket here following the goaltending call. It's still early in the season, and teams are still trying to figure out rotations. Greg, what's it like to play in a game like that tonight?
Well, for a lot of these guys, Kevin, it's all about jockeying for position, making an argument for minutes, and you want to earn the trust of your coaches. And the pass there floated it up to the precise spot it needed to be.
And no messing around on the finish. He powers it through. No good on that one. And so it's Irving with it, bringing it up for the Nets. This game coming after a loss against the Bucks. Here's Irving. He had 27 points last game. Screen by O'Neal. Irving with the ball. He's picked up by O'Neal. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist.
Ooh, that's a clever pass there by Kyrie, getting the ball to the guy for the better look. Well, I play for the New Jersey Nets, and look, they made that move across the Hudson back in 2012, relocating to Brooklyn, which I think was the right move.
It's up a three. Simmons can't get it to go.
And really, despite that miss, they've had a solid start offensively.
O'Neal. And he lays it straight in. And well over a decade in Brooklyn for the Nets. Richard, what kind of impact has that move had on the franchise?
Well, look, it's been great. The arena is fantastic. The fan base is growing. And more importantly, their ability to attract top-tier free agents like KD and Kyrie. They do not join the Nets if they're still in Jersey.
Wow. What, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Maybe. Greg, Ben Simmons, one of 4 players in the entire history of the NBA to average at least 7 rebounds and 7 assists per game through his first 4 seasons.
Think about it, joining Magic Johnson, Oscar Robinson, and Luka Doncic. That is some pretty elite-level company.
Here's KD. Following the basket by Kyrie Irving. Pass to Durant. The kick out to Irving. Tries again. And he sinks the layup.
So smooth around the rim. I love how Kyrie just goes up with confidence, knowing that he's going to figure it out.
To the inside. Banked in off the glass.
He's looking confident right from the opening tip.
Outside Irving. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Now, here is O'Neal. To the paint. And it's Irving missing.
And you got to give credit to the D for never giving up on the play and doing just enough to bother him at the rim.
And that one drops for him.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn. So for the Nets. Mills with the steal. Pass to Edwards. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Inside. Harris outside. Now here's Simmons. Back to Harris. 6 on the shot clock. It's deflected. And man, is this team on a roll right now offensively, Greg. So fun to watch.
They're playing with so much confidence, which is why they're tearing it up on this end. And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Simmons on the wing. There's 21 seconds left in the first quarter. Harris with it. Picked up by Harris. And Patrick Mills gets that whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Mills. Simmons on the wing. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Over Edwards. Offensive rebound. Back to Mills. Outside Simmons. There's the steal. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Nets. Nets trailed by 9. Outside Irving. Back to Harris. good, and the assist goes to Irving. Harris has got the first points up on the board here in the second quarter for the Nets. And so it's Irving with it, bringing it up for the Brooklyn Nets.
And after all the drama and wanting out, Kyrie Irving remains a Net. Feels like a bit of a farewell tour, but winning can heal all, and you never know what the future may hold, especially with Kyrie. And Kyrie Irving, a Picasso with the ball in his hands. And like a lot of genius-level creators, he marches to the beat of his own drum.
You know, Greg, Kyrie sometimes is just a tough guy to figure out.
And the danger is pulling too much in your own direction. Even he confessed regrets about in Cleveland withdrawing from teammates and isolating himself. All part of growth.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, Kevin Durant learned an important lesson at age 11. His dad cooked him one-on-one, dunking on him and talking trash. Durant started crying and he locked himself in his room, but he came to realize, what am I so mad at? It's good to be passionate, but channel it. Once you're off the court, leave it and go back to being you. Kevin?
Great advice. David, thanks.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Pass to Sumner. Down low. Tipped away. And stolen by Simmons. And KD, here we go. And then Durant with the dunk.
This is how terrifying Durant can be on the drive, using those long strides and then taking flight.
Here's Sumner. Over Simmons. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. Pass to Harris. And it's good, assisting on the play with Simmons. Harris has got 5 now.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth physical basketball, guys.
Yeah, such a creative playmaker. Love seeing Irving find the open teammate and make the right pass.
And after that trade request this summer, Kevin Durant still a Brooklyn Net. The offers weren't enough to move the needle, and the decision was made to run it back. One thing's for sure, when you've got KD, you've got a chance.
It's Durant on the wing. Pass to Claxton. To the paint. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Give some love to KD there, making the unselfish play.
Harris outside. The three-pointer, no good.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
To the inside. The shot's good from Claxton.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn. Brooklyn leading by 11. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. So it looks like the Nets will retain possession here. .131 left in the first half. Mills with it. Now guarded by Simmons. Here's O'Neal. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. O'Neal's got his second bucket of the night.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
That's a great possession. Put your best players in a position to succeed.
Pass to Sharp. And another turnover here by Brooklyn.
Let's just say they weren't on the same page there. Not sure he was expecting that pass.
Taken away. And stolen by Irving. Nets passing it around. Back to Mills. Makes it off the glass. Mills has got his first basket of the night.
Well, we know Simmons can do this. At 6'11", I don't know that anyone in the league has his vision.
Here's Sumner. It's good, and he makes his first shot of the game.
And you're going to take as many of those high percentage shots as you can get.
Nets trail by 13. To the middle. Pass to Mills. 6 to shoot. The Nets need to get a shot off here. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. There's 10 seconds left here in the second. Out left to the wing. O'Neal from long range. So we've reached the end of the first half of play. Nets lead by 13. 2K Sports back in a moment here in Brooklyn. Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Greg, you look at a player putting up big numbers on a losing team. How do you determine if those are quality numbers, so to speak?
You know, Kevin, it's a great question because somebody's going to put up points or collect rebounds or get assists. So, you know, you look at efficiency, you look at effort, and there's no doubt that you can have winning players on losing teams.
Pass to Irving. Inside. On the wing, Irving. To the paint. 5 to shoot. Goes back up. On the wing, Irving. Outside, Simmons. Down low. And stolen by Simmons. Here is Durant. Guarded by KD. The kick out to Irving. To the middle. Here's Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
The elevated playmaking of Durant. Passes like that really bring the team closer together.
And Ben Simmons, the epitome of a point forward.
He passes it well and plays huge for a guard at 6'11". It's crazy. It is very rare to see a player of his size with his skill set.
Here's Simmons. Pass to Claxton. Irving looking over the floor. Shot clock at 6. For the 3. Left side Durant. Outside Simmons. The second chance effort. He lays it in. Simmons got 4 this quarter.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. The Nets have tremendous talent, of course, but there have been some challenges. KD says, I know the fans have high expectations for us, but if you're a fan, you'll appreciate Nets basketball and what we're trying to build, and you'll follow us along this journey because you never know what may happen. Kevin, back to you.
Great. David, thank you.
One of the most creative guards that we have ever seen. Irving is just so unpredictable with the ball in his hands.
And the Nets, Richard, are trying to build a legacy where they're recognized as one of the league's true glamour franchises.
And they've got the star power and they've got the market. You got an ownership that is willing to pay for it. They will do everything, but ultimately it's going to be the players and how they perform on the court that will dictate how this success is viewed.
The infrastructure is there. Now can they get the players to fill the role?
And at his size, all Simmons needs is prime-time positioning, and he's golden. A fantastic dunker.
Basket counts.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
Durant drawing the double team. The Nets working the ball around now. Nobody near Irving. No good with the triple. Nets trail by 16. Right side Durant. To the inside. To the left side wing. To the middle. Here's Sumner. And the layup is good. Sumner's got his first basket.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Timeout called, the Nets. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated. And although an undersized center, more than making up for it with some serious hops. Oh, costly error there. We'll see how they rebound from that miscue.
Well, they don't have time to dwell on that. They just need to learn from their mistakes and move forward. Next play.
Pass to Sharp. Out to Harris. Nailed from three-point land. Harris has got 8 points.
And, you know, over time, we've seen Harris become much more assertive. Have to respect how much he believes in his jump shot.
59 seconds left to play in the third. Here's Sharp. And then Sharp with the dunk.
When he's on the floor, offensive rebounding is always going to be a strength for them.
Greg, he keeps so many possessions alive, doesn't he?
Yeah, you can feel Coach smiling on the sidelines with every offensive board.
Pass to Sumner. Back to Harris. Clock at 6. Here's Sumner. Down low. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Nets leading by 21. Outside for Thomas. Harris with it. Now Thomas defending.
Right here.
16 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Here's Sharp. To the paint. Here's Edwards. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Edwards got his second bucket.
And really just led him to his sweet spot for that finish.
Here's Hairpin. Oh, he hits the buzzer beater.
Resourceful move there, ending the period on a high note.
That's the play that pumps up the whole.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. Nets leading by 21.
Stay there.
Inside. Claxton. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
And Durant sends it back.
We've seen Durant really improve as a defender, using his impressive length to block shots.
Oh, and it looks like that's going to be a goaltending call. Yep, that's it. So they'll get the basket. And so much great talent coming into the league, Greg, every year. That 2021 draft class, in particular, looks very strong.
Absolutely. Anytime you got just a couple potential stars, but from the looks of it, upwards of 5, you know it's been a special draft.
The range KD possesses makes him a constant threat outside. The defense has to be all over him.
You got to do more than that to keep the ball out of his hands down low.
Agreed. He's just too dominant inside. So you're better off stopping him from getting the ball in the first place.
Irving, good.
The body control that Irving has, fending off the defense in style and still scoring. Love his aggressiveness.
Timeout called, the Nets. A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. To the middle. Here's Claxton. Good, and the assist goes to Irving.
Rate of baskets assisted, it's a stat I really like. It tells the story of how well you are playing team offense.
Out to KD. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. To the inside. Irving, good. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle steps for the Nets? Durant in the corner. Lets it go with a three. O'Neal with the rebound. And so it's Irving. He brings it up for the Brooklyn Nets. The biggest lead of the game was 24 points.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Simmons with it. Over to the left wing. On the wing, Irving. Beyond the arc. Offensive rebound. Outside for Simmons. Just 5 to shoot. Pass to Irving. And another shot. Here's Claxton. Missed it, even after all those chances. Nets trail by 18. Back to Durant. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
Inside, Durant's scoring instincts take over, helping him find a path to that difficult shot.
And the Nets miss again.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Simmons. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
And all of a sudden, things finally coming together for them. The deficit's still large, but now not insurmountable.
But this is a game again, and the other side has to be feeling a little bit nervous with how quickly that lead vaporized.
Back to O'Neal. Pass to Simmons. They could use a bucket. And it's good on the layup. And 12 points for Ben Simmons.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Nets.
The coaching staff must be happy that they controlled their turnovers so well in this game.
Excellent self-control and patience tonight.
And so with this, they'll end up with their second win on the year.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Ben Simmons.
And he's been a well-oiled machine on offense, keeping things simple in this end, getting the looks that he wanted, knocking them down.
Back to Thomas. To the paint. Shakes him. He's off on that one. So Brooklyn will take it the other way. At the elbow, Edwards. And Edwards with the stuff.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And that score probably slams the door for any would-be comebacks. And look, they put this one to bed.
And the Nets with possession here. And Thomas has it in the corner. And the 3 off target. And it's good off the back of the rim and in.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
It's always nice to perform like this, especially in front of the faithful home crowd.
Brooklyn with the ball. They've got an 8-0 run. Well, this one is winding down now. Brooklyn can watch the clock run out. Now Mills. Here's Sumner. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it.
It's game time in Cleveland as the crowd looks to cheer on the Cavaliers. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and on the sideline, David Aldridge. The Detroit Pistons come into this one following a loss, guys, to the Hawks.
Yeah, I mean, they had their chances, competed deep into that game, but had a few lulls there that just kind of took them down.
Hard to keep the consistency going, which I guess is the very definition of consistency. Keep it going.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
It's been a little over a decade, Steve, since the Pistons last made real noise in the playoffs.
They've had a tough run of it lately, but rebuilding periods are never pretty, Kevin. They just need time to get back to contender status.
He hits one, then this is the second attempt from the free throw line.
Well, you look at the counting numbers for Cade Cunningham. He fills up a stat sheet. The key for him moving forward, though, efficiency.
The wide open look here for Garland. No good from outside. Pass to Bogdanovich. Now, here's Ivy. Jared Allen grabs the miss. And you talk about Cade's efficiency. Greg, on a struggling team, that can be a challenge.
Yeah, without great shooters around him, he's forced into taking tough shots or turnovers. And as the team improves, though, I think the percentages should come around.
Here's Bogdanovich after the made shot from Evan Mobley.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Now here's LeVert. And yes, it's good. Mobley's got his second basket of the night.
A solid passer at his position. LeVert excels at finding his teammates when they're open.
Back to Cunningham. And then Cunningham with the dunk.
Too easy for Cade. He can really fly.
Screen by Allen. The drive by Mitchell. It's hauled in by Stewart.
He is so good attacking the rim. It's rare to see him denied like that.
Back to Bogdanovich. Mobley with the block. And that's out of bounds. Detroit will retain possession. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. So much of the schedule still in front of us, Steve. However, some teams are really struggling early here.
Yeah, Kevin, and those teams, they can't lose their confidence because it's a long season. And sometimes you just don't have the talent to beat other teams, but you must stay focused and try to get better every night. Quality pass from Sadiq Bey, recognizing the overcommitment and making the D pay for it.
Mitchell with it. Now guarded by Bogdanovich.
And you figured once Gobert was traded, it was a matter of time before Mitchell was moved as well. You knew a team would jump at the chance to add him, and here we are now. A new start with a starring role for Donovan Mitchell. Wow, what, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Maybe. Greg, an outstanding scorer. Donovan Mitchell takes it to another level in the playoffs, doesn't he?
And Kevin, how about all of his averages go up come playoff time? Spider is a guy who wants the limelight, and like other stars, takes on more of a load in the postseason.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to go on Killian Hayes.
The explosiveness of Mitchell puts defenders in a tough spot. That time, he draws the foul.
And he sinks the second.
And there's one area where the Cavs have been very good the past few seasons. That's the draft. They've made some terrific picks in terms of personnel.
And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting two. And Cleveland gets called for the foul. This is his first free throw of the game. And Cleveland making a change here. No good at the stripe this time. Second misses also. You're right, GA, they have, and the draft's been essential to the rebuild effort in Cleveland.
And they've been so smart about it. You look at the guys they brought in, Mobley, Garland, Sexton. They nailed just about every one of their selections.
Pass delivered. Right wing. Down low. Here's Durant. The shot off that time. Good D by Lopez. In the corner, Okoro with it. And it's out of bounds. The Cavaliers able to retain possession here.
And he jumped out to that ball immediately. Great reaction on that deflection.
A little bit late there, but you tried to get into your opponent's head. Forced them to go somewhere else with the ball, and he did that.
Clock at 6. Pass to Love. Shoots over Duran. Love, no luck.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
To the paint. It's tipped. Over in the corner, Osman. Lets it fly from 18. And that does it for the first quarter. Cavaliers lead by 5. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Cleveland. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for Cleveland.
Establishing a paint presence early in the game, it really helps and pays big dividends down the line because it frees up your perimeter.
And it seems they've also put an emphasis on moving the ball, working to rotate around the defense and find those quality looks.
A second chance effort. It's blocked.
Size and length. Stewart has all the tools to knock that shot away.
Inside. And it's Allen with the jam.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Offensive rebound. Kicks it out to Bogdanovich. No good with the triple. And so it's Wade. He'll bring it up for Cleveland. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. What you got for us, DA?
Thanks very much. Karis LeVert has become one of the game's best slashers. He says, honestly, I just go to the front of the rim and work on different spins. Getting more comfortable with both hands and finishing. Kyrie Irving did that when he was younger, and that's one of the ways he became a great finisher. Kevin, back to you.
He is a great finisher. David, thanks. He's studying the greats, and it's paying off. Pistons trail by 7. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
And one thing that is special about Evan Mobley, made an immediate defensive impact as a rookie. Something few big men are able to do.
And the foul called on Donovan Mitchell. That is his first foul of the game. And the Pistons making a change here. Pass to Ivy. Bay with it. And here's Bogdanovich for 3. Gets the three-pointer to fall. As you said, very few rookie big men, Greg, can shape a defense like Mobley did.
Kind of reminds you of the impact Tim Duncan had with his defense. But Mobley can protect the rim and stay in front of guards on the perimeter. Boy, sky is the limit for him defensively.
And it's Isaiah Stewart with the foul. That's his first foul. And stolen by Ivy. Here's Joseph. Going inside. It's rebounded by Cleveland. First chance of the season for them to go up against this Pistons team.
And they'll be doing their best to establish superiority over this club, something they failed to do a year ago.
Bay with it. Garland picks him up. Mobley with the block. And out of bounds. The Cavaliers will take it. And the Pistons making a change here. The Cavaliers leading by 4. And here is Garland. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Here's Osman. Wow, came this close to a 4-point play. He'll head to the line for 3 free throws.
Yeah, good job trying to get a hand in the face, but you've got to be more careful.
On you talk to the great ball handlers, and they say, Greg, that footwork is an underappreciated aspect of it. Why is that?
It's like a dance. You're eluding the defender mostly with your feet. The ball handling part is just making sure the ball comes along for the ride.
Pass to Diallo. It's up a 3. It's rebounded by Neto. Now Love. From past the arc. The Cavaliers again can't hit. Here's Knox. Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow.
Not known for blocking shot, but Kevin Love got all of that one.
Mobley. And Mobley throws it down.
Not just swinging the ball around the perimeter. Aggressive move inside.
And when you look at the complete game of the Detroit Pistons, there are struggles on both ends of the floor, which I'm sure can feel discouraging at times.
Kicks it out to Love. Clock at 4. Misses off the right iron. Pistons trail by 7. Pass to Duran. Here's Livers. Offensive rebound.
Oh, smooth. Guys, very good job getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
Well said. Those kind of plays in the offensive glass can tell the story sometimes, can't they? And here is a Okoro. Mobley is screened. Loads it up there for Mobley. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. There's the screen. To the middle. Here's Livers. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. And so we conclude the first half. Cavaliers ahead, leading by 7. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in just a moment. And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. It's Garland with the ball for the Cavaliers. 7-point game, the biggest lead in the game. Mitchell with it. To the inside. Mobley. Good, and it's Mitchell picking up the assist. Mobley's got the lead up to 9 now for the Cavs. Pass to Ivy. His three-pointer's off the mark.
And with Ivy, he gives you the physical traits you want at guard. Long, strong, athletic, lots of upside. Oh, Kevin, not a Petty, not a Manny, but a facial.
Oh, a bounce to the ounce, Greg? Yeah, showing off the bunnies. The Cavaliers leading by 11. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. Pass to Allen. The shot misses. Now the Pistons take it the other way. And Ivy especially effective in the open floor.
Outstanding burst and speed, plays with a high motor, and he's always in attack mode.
Cunningham outside. And there's the whistle, 3-second violation.
And when you're trying to cut into a lead, you can ill afford mistakes like that.
You know what it is, a lack of concentration. That's a momentum killer.
Mitchell right side. And it's Mitchell with the jam.
Terrific job in the screen and roll. Mitchell creates, whether it be for others or for himself.
Pass to Ivy. Fires the 3. And the rebound goes to Lopez.
They just don't have it right now. 0 for 4. Must have been one poor speech at halftime.
On the wing, Mitchell. Kicks it out to Garland. Goes back up. And Mitchell with the layup. Mitchell's got 6 here in this quarter.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
A 3 from Bogdanovich. Detroit, no good that time either.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
We know, Greg, the league trending towards small ball, but some teams are having success playing 2 bigs up front.
And I think the key is having versatile big men. If they can space the floor and play in space, also be able to cover smaller players, why not get the added rebounding and rim protection?
Over to the left wing. Pass to Ivy. They grab their own miss. Shot's good by Duran.
And the D getting outworked there on the putback. Can't let that happen.
For some reason, blocking out has become a lost art, and that's the result you'll get.
Pistons trail by 13. Pistons passing it around. Here's Livers. Now here's Ivy. Beyond the arc. Jared Allen grabs the miss.
To me, there's a fine line between being aggressive and just flat out forcing it. His inability to make shots right now is sinking the ship. Wow, defensively, for some reason, they've come out flat here in the second half.
GA, it wasn't long ago that the Cavs were an afterthought in the NBA.
Well, not anymore. I mean, Cleveland has a tremendous young roster. They play some of the toughest D in the NBA, and they're only going to get better in the years to come.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
He takes it in. Here's Bay. Detroit, no good that time either. And the Cavaliers with possession. They've got a 12-2 run in progress. Pass to LeVert. Shot clock at 6. In the corner, Okoro with it. The three-pointer, no good. Pistons trail by 17. To the middle. And it's sent back by Allen.
And how about, and with that great length and awareness, Allen continues to build his reputation as a shot blocker.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Got to run the clock and wait for the last shot.
Yes, you do, but it's a dilemma. If you get a great look earlier in the clock, do you take it?
There's Garland. Here's Hayes. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And so it's Cleveland closing out the quarter with a 20-point lead. They have made it very tough to get a shot off against him. And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. And so it's Cunningham. He'll bring it up for the Pistons. Atlanta will be traveling to face them after this game. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. Stewart a screen. Here's Hayes. Lays it up and banks it in.
How does Killian Hayes get by people, you ask? He can change speeds and directions at an elite level.
Good on the bucket.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Here's Cunningham. Here's Stewart. And the dunk by Stewart.
Nice play by Stewart. The man wins with effort.
Here's Neto. Pass to Mobley. And it's Wade in the corner. Mobley misses. Pistons trail by 18. It's Bogdanovich on the wing. Back to Stewart. Launches a 3. Bogdanovich, no luck. Greg, their unselfish play has really been impressive.
They're trusting one another out there, wanting to get each other involved. This is great basketball.
The front office for the Pistons coming in from Oklahoma City. Their draft picks overall pretty good, making an immediate impact.
And the Pistons draftees all showing starting caliber metal early on. And, you know, Steve, they're playing now with confidence. I mean, you can see it.
Kevin, they couldn't wait for this season to start. They know this is a team poised to make that jump to contending for the playoffs.
Hayes. And he banks in the layup.
The defender trying to knock Hayes off his rhythm, but he is a well-built kid who easily absorbs contact.
And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Cunningham. So both teams changing it up here. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Pass to Bogdanovich. Here's Ivy. And Detroit again with the bucket.
And his teammates appreciate the unselfishness. Bogdanovich willing to get it to his open guys.
Here's Mitchell. Driving in. And here is Mobley. 6 to shoot. Here's Mitchell. Out of hand on it. Tries yet again. And the layup is up and in. And that's now 10 points for Donovan Mitchell.
And you like to see since the half now, he's finally starting to come around.
They get the rebound. Pass to Ivy. And a wide open look for Cunningham. And a miss there on the triple. Cleveland leading by 17. And it's Mitchell missing. Now here's Stewart. Defended by Allen. Cunningham right side. And here's Bogdanovich for 3. That one's not going to go. Cavaliers go the other way with it. They led the game at 1 point by 20. Mitchell outside. Outside Garland. A 3-ball. Rebounded by Knox. Pistons trailed by 17. Here's Stewart. The 3. Again, the miss by the Pistons.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for Cleveland.
You know, a team can have a great shooting night without getting a lot of assists, but tonight they had both.
Yeah, and listen, you only get the assist if the guy you give it to makes the shot. So a lot of assists will up your field goal percentage, but this was a great team effort by everyone.
And during the long NBA season, each contest important here tonight. Tonight's win will give them 4 on the season. And you know, guys, what a nice performance it was for Allen.
Boy, such a big factor in the game tonight. His intensity on the boards. Even when guys put a body on him, he somehow still beats them to the ball.
And it's Jaden Ivey with the foul. That's his first foul. And a different look here for the Pistons. Now Love. From the arc. It's hauled in by Diallo.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
And Wade sends it back. Back to Neto. Back to Wade. And so it's Cleveland taking care of business in this one. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do.
Ayun.
It's the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Brent Barry and Greg Anthony. We've got David Aldridge reporting from the sideline. And a one-game homestand for Atlanta as the Hawks will try to recharge their batteries on their home court. And the continued absence of Lonzo Ball, the story for the team.
Who's watching here? Yeah, I hear you, Kevin. But really, it's an issue for both teams with regard to the injury situation. So it's a matter of which team can rise up and show the fortitude necessary to play through those injuries and still come out on top.
This is where you have that deep roster and ask for the next man to stand up. Opportunity for someone to step in and shine.
I've always wondered this, Brent, for the players, do they approach these early season games any differently than a game in, say, April?
Yeah, for sure, Kevin. I think you're still not in tip-top shape. You're still trying to figure out any additions to the roster that have been made in the offseason, and you're trying to find your own personal rhythm as to how this season is going to get started. So the approach for sure early on in the season is different than when you get to springtime.
Pass to Vucevic. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. And DeRozan. Here we go.
Well, Capella's reach is so intimidating for anybody on the inside. That's why you can anchor your defense with him.
Now, here is Young. Kicks it out to Collins. A three-pointer off the mark.
And even without that three-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Here's DeRozan. And slam dunk by Vucevic.
A high IQ player. Vucevic has that sixth sense for when to cut after screening for a teammate.
It's stolen by Vucevic. Here's Levine. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for two.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Free throw good, Levine.
Kevin, what's so impressive to me about Levine? It's the all-around play. He affects the game across the board.
And Levine's efficient as well.
And good shooting numbers, no doubt. Last year, he cut back on the turnovers. And, boy, he's still young. There's still tons of upside to be had.
Man, so impressive. Collins way up for that one.
Levine deciding where to go with it. And he goes big with a dunk right on top of John Collins.
And there's a reason Levine was a back-to-back champ at the slam dunk contest. He doesn't waste an opportunity to put on a show.
And here's Young from the arc. Rebounded by Vucevic. Bulls leading by 6. Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. And it's DeAndre Hunter with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Both teams will make substitutions. Now here's Levine. Just 5 on the clock. Dragic with it. Last game he had 13. And he drives in. Just 5 to shoot. Green, no luck.
He's not the guy that you want to give a wide open look from three-point range. They're lucky that that one doesn't cost them.
And Holiday has it in the corner. Here's Murray up on top. No points in the game yet for him.
And a big trade this last summer was Murray coming to the Hawks. Paid a hefty price, but Atlanta feels he and Trey make a great backcourt pair. Hard to think of a more deadly backcourt in the East.
And it's the growth of Murray as a distributor has really proved to be a great point guard. There were questions about that early in his career.
Now here's White. Pass to Bradley. They kick it out to Green. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. The Hawks trail by 5. It's stolen by Bradley. And stolen by Murray. And Holiday has it in the corner. Kaminsky with the screen. And Okongwu has it in the corner. And off there, he misses his first shot of the night. Outside, White. 29 seconds left in the first quarter of the game.
And a solid playmaker, White has a great sense for when he should look to give it up.
And he's going up for the alley-oop. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Murray outside. Here's the drive. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. These are his third and fourth free throw attempts of the game. And so Murray nails both of them. Good if it goes. And that concludes the first quarter of play. It's the Bulls. They're up by 7. 2K. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Bulls.
Right off the bat, they're going after the ball, looking to jump into the passing lanes and create some steals in transition.
Sometimes the offense can be keyed by just quick possession. So you get a steal and you can get out in transition. They seem to be very focused on that end of the floor.
Lobbed up there for Collins. It's stolen by DeRozan. And here we go. Fast break. Levine's got it. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Thanks very much. Now, some people call John Collins John the Baptist for how he dunks over defenders. He says, the game is slowing down for me. I'm able to see my spots. I want to continue to build on that and be looked at as a pillar, a guy that can be counted upon. Kevin, it seems he's hungry for more. Back to you.
He's a big-time dunker, that's for sure, looking to reach his full potential. David, thanks.
Well, Capella at that size really has no issues spotting the open man.
And what makes Chicago tricky to defend, Kevin, they just have such a balanced attack. They can score in the paint from mid-range or hurt you from deep.
And they're pushing it up. Here's Young. Here's Collins. Vucevic with the block.
Well-timed by Vucevic. Not a center who piles up blocks, but this guy picks his spots.
You know, as the Bulls have become a more veteran team, Greg, it feels like they've settled into what they do well.
And you need a strong identity to be successful in this league. Chicago is building towards that, but it does take time.
And Atlanta calls their first time out of the game. Young looking around. Here's Collins. He can't get it to go. Great D that time from Vucevic. And here's Levine. 9 points in the game so far. Pass to Vucevic. Now here's Dosunmu. Clock at 6. Left side, DeRozan. Rebounded by the Hawks. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. A nice shot by Young.
And what makes Young an all-star caliber player? Well, he can beat you with the jumper and the bounce.
Who's watching here?
Here's Levine. And stolen by Hunter. Young outside. Shoots it up. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. Young's got it back down to single digits for the Hawks. Brent, do you think shooting has improved over the years, or are there just more good shooters on the floor?
Well, Kevin, if you had a bubble, I'd be bursting it right now, because if you look back over the last 10 years, maybe go 20 years, shooting has not changed. Percentages have not changed, both from two-point land, three-point land, free throw line. It's not that there are more good shooters in the league. There's just more surprises as to who it is you see taking the shots.
Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Down low. Here's Williams. Oh, and the jam by DeRozan.
And that's a display of DeRozan's athletic ability, making his presence felt on offense.
Young with the ball. Now guarded by Vucevic. Ball stolen. To the middle. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And this offensive system, Brent, that the Hawks run, it allows for a lot of creativity.
Yeah, lots of dribble handoffs at the top of the key. You obviously have the, in case of emergency, break glass player in Trae Young. But they're not afraid to attack mismatches, and this is the type of offenses that I think a lot of players would enjoy playing in.
Here's Murray to the paint. Here's Okongwu.
And forget about finesse. This big fella's all about the power.
Right side, Dragic. Pass to Drummond. And it's Drummond with the jam.
Well, Drummond is always one of the league leaders in putback jams. Another one there.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Now Murray. There's the lob to the hoop. Can't complete the alley-oop.
Oh, no excuse for a guy of his caliber. You've got to finish that slam. Got to be a little embarrassed by that
one. The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime. Bulls lead by 14. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the third quarter. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. Now, here's Dosunmu. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Young outside. Lob pass to Capella. To the inside. And he uses the glass on the layup. Capella's got the first basket of the third quarter for Atlanta.
Almost all of Capella's shots are going to come from that kind of range. He's a big that's not trying to play out on the perimeter.
You know, Greg, some guys are late bloomers, but DeRozan, he was just the opposite.
Yeah, reports are he had handles at age 3. First dunk came in the 6th grade. 5-star high school prospect, and in a strange way, he's still an underrated superstar.
Most losing teams, Greg, are looking to rebuild, look to the future, but not in Chicago.
Yeah, their idea to turn it around was to get all-stars. Trading for Vooch in 21 during a losing season, then signing DeMar as a free agent. That's a refreshing approach. Oh, inflicting some punishment with the 2-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Here's Young. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Young's got 6 points.
3 for 3, and that's always a good way to start the second half.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. What you got for us, DA?
Thanks very much. In recent years, the NBA has opened several international academies. Commissioner Adam Silver says huge numbers of people are playing basketball, but unless you take the best at a young age, get them facing elite competition and training under high-pressure circumstances, they won't develop into NBA-caliber players. Kevin?
Well, opening doors, David. That's always a good thing. Expansion. Thank you. Murray, no good.
And it doesn't even matter that he's surrounded on that possession. He's got the size to pull those boards down anyway.
DeRozan in the corner. Five on the clock. The Bulls need to get a shot off here. And it's Vucevic missing.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
And it's Murray with the jam.
They've worked hard to get this lead. Can't start giving up easy slams all of a sudden.
Yeah, GA, that's right. And that was easy. Gift wrap for him.
Yeah, we see this all too often. The team gets a huge lead, and then their guard gets let down.
Outside DeRozan. Picked by Williams. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on DeMar DeRozan. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
The Hawks trail by 10. Here's Murray. Drives to the hoop. And it's sent back by Drummond. Another shot. And Holiday with the nice bucket inside. Holiday's got his first points in this one.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Pass to Drummond. No good that time. So Atlanta will take it the other way. At the conclusion of this game, they're off to Detroit, where they'll face the Pistons. That sets in motion a 4-game road trip for them. Here's Okongwu. And Okongwu slams it in.
Well, they're getting stops, and they're attacking on the offensive end.
Yeah, coaching staff probably loves this, just grinding out defensive possessions, which is helping them get back into their offensive flow.
Total letdown by the D. Can't leave the bucket unprotected.
Absolutely. And it attacks an easy 2 points onto the lead.
Will not find a higher percentage opportunity than that.
A shot by Kaminsky. Nobody around. Good, and the assist goes to Murray.
And when you've got a big man who can shoot from distance like that, what a huge advantage.
Caruso with the ball. Some nice ball movement here by the Bulls. And stolen by Murray. .30 seconds left in the third quarter. And he banks in the layup. And now just a 3-point Bulls lead.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
And how about Drummond trying to score some extra points with the style on that dunk?
And here is Murray. 8 points for him. Inside. Okongwu. And Okongwu slams it in.
What elevation. He's a smaller but still determined big man, and he likes mixing it up with his impressive vert.
Dragic gets the bucket.
Yeah, Dragic was not going to be denied on that possession. A fiery competitor, and they needed that bucket.
And that's going to do it for the third quarter. It's Chicago. They lead by 5. And we're coming right back. And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ballgame. And so it's Young who brings it up for Atlanta. It's a 5-point game. Two free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's going to go on Dosunmu.
Young determined on that play there. The foul not keeping him from getting up the shot.
Well, probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
Absolutely. Out to White. DeMar DeRozan on the wing. Back to White. Vucevic trying to get open. And it's White missing.
I don't know what happened there. That was an easy 2 points that he just threw away.
Collins wide open. He fires. No good from outside. Got the defender off his feet with the pump fake, but couldn't knock it down. To the inside. And stolen by Hunter. Here we go with Holiday running it up the court. Young, no good.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
Yeah, you can see when it's that close, players reacting. Just, oh, man, we just missed that one. Maybe they'll get another chance at it.
So both teams changing it up here. We've played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. Here's Levine. Count that one. And the Bulls lead by 7.
And they depend on Levine to score at an efficient clip, knows how to get it done inside.
And the dunk by Capella.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. To the middle. It's stolen by Capella. Last break here. Here come the Hawks. In the corner, it's Hunter. Back to Young. Here's Capella. And the dunk by Capella.
Capella, one of the best offensive rebounders in the league. It's because of his activity.
And it's Vucevic in the corner. To the paint. Here's Williams. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
Well, after committing a turnover like that, you're just praying the game doesn't come down to the last possession. You'll remember that one.
The Hawks trail by 3. Murray outside. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. Outside DeRozan. Pick by Vucevic. Outside Williams. The three-pointer, no good. And Atlanta has possession. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. Here's Capella. Tries again. Good on the bucket. Capella's got 6 points in the quarter.
And how about Capella? Not the guy you expect, but cool under pressure that time.
And DeJounte Murray gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. There's 1:54 left to play in the final quarter. And it's blocked by Capella. Young drives in to take the lead. He lays it in. Young's got the lead up to 1 now for the Hawks. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle steps for the Hawks?
Great job by this team closing out, blocking a bunch of shots, and just a tremendous effort defensively.
The other part about tonight, you got to give credit to the coaching staff. They came in here with a great game plan, defensively locked in. They were ready for the sets. They jumped in passing lanes. They came away with steals. I mean, they anticipated just about everything.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, over that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to listen to what Billy Donovan said to his team. He said, we're too concerned with their shooters right now. We've got to close off the inside. They are gutting us. He pleaded with his guys. Come on, let's take a stand. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Young outside. In the corner, it's Capella. Shot clock at 6. There's a screen by Collins. Bobbed up there for Collins. And now we've got the intentional foul. And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second.
A leader in the locker room. DeRozan with a chance in a huge spot.
Big trip to the line. He did not get all of them, but at least they hold the lead now.
Outside Collins. It's Young on the wing. Shoots over Dosunmu. It drops.
That is world class.
Love seeing that there. A huge possession, and he nets it.
.29 seconds left to play here in the fourth. DeRozan. Money!
How about the heart DeRozan plays with? In the clutch, he's fully committed to getting his team whatever they need.
.11 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Young for 3. Right between the eyes.
It's in. Trae Young comes up huge this time, looking like the go-to guy.
Here's DeRozan. Yes!
Ties it up with that one. You know, he's such a smart scorer. He doesn't force anything, lets the opportunities come to him.
Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. Young from outside. Oh, and he had a chance to win it right there, but couldn't get it to fall. And regulation now complete. We will go to over. And now we get set for overtime in what has been a stirring contest. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And that one hits back iron.
Well, he's a guy they count on to produce from the mid-range. He doesn't miss too many open looks from there.
Drummond in the post. And he makes good on the layup. Drummond's got the first basket here in overtime for the Bulls.
Well, needing a bucket, Andre Drummond goes and gets it.
Murray with it. He's picked up by Drummond. Murray, no good.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points from the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm. And won't find many more games as entertaining as this one.
No, this is about as high octane a game as you're going to find.
Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. They're down by 4. 1:58 left in the first overtime. Action has been terrific. Well, as we saw, 4 quarters not enough. We're just over a minute into overtime. Murray outside. Young outside. Shoots over Dosunmu. 6 to shoot. They get it back. It's good. Nice touch there from Okongwu.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Yeah, you just can't afford to give up second chance opportunities again and again.
We're in overtime and 90 seconds gone here in what has been a great one so far. Pass to Dosunmu. Back to DeRozan. Over in the corner, Williams. Top DeRozan. 5 to shoot. Second chance shot. And it's good on the way in.
And this is why you go to DeRozan. When they need a bucket, he's a guy that can go out and get it.
Young outside. Back to Murray. That shot misses. Great D that time from Vucevic. And DeJounte Murray gets the whistle that time. That's his third foul of the game. And it's DeRozan with the ball for Chicago. They've led by as many as 14 points. Six on the shot clock. Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. And the technical free throw, missing that time. They'll retain possession here, however. Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. They're ahead by 4. 29 seconds left to play in OT, and this battle continuing. Off the inbound, and he sinks the layup. And the Bulls lead by 6.
And you want to talk about high-volume scores, just look at what DeRozan's doing tonight. He's been on a mission, putting his mark on this game in a big way.
Young from deep three-point range. Can't connect from long distance. Pass to Dosunmu. Now Vucevic. Outside Williams. So the Bulls win it. They escape with a victory, although they needed an extra period to get it done.
Yeah, but what a great game. I mean, both teams, I felt like, gave it their all. But when it came to OT, it was just all about
With two Hall of Famers, Doris Burke and Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce, our reporter.
They just couldn't get into a rhythm offensively. They didn't shoot it well and also didn't get the best of looks.
I think even when you get quality looks, there was an inability to stay consistent. It is hard to win on a cold shooting night in today's NBA. The scoring is just too good.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it inbounds in time. Some teams find it easier to hit the ground running when the season starts. Others, not so much. Doris, how come it takes so long for... some squads to get in the so-called mid-season form.
Yeah, I think sometimes it's about the personnel. Is somebody coming off an injury? How many new additions do you have? Is the coaching staff new? Different teams have different attitudes when it comes to the early part of the schedule, but for several, this is sort of an extended preseason, working things out.
Now here's Morris. He had 9 points in his last time out. Here's Kuzma. And he drops it in from the low post.
So elusive in screen and roll action. Kyle Kuzma, nice play.
It's Vucevic, high post. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Now here's Kuzma. He had 25 points in his last game. Rebound Washington. And this game, the first chance they've had to see Chicago. Back on draft night 2017, the Bulls trading away their star, Jimmy Butler.
And what a haul they got from Minnesota. Zach LaVine, the headliner, and he's turned out to be a franchise player. It's tough to win one of those type of deals, but Chicago got a stud.
Vucevic knows who he is. This guy is a close scorer, a legit threat to finish it with authority.
And he's going for the lob. And it's Kuzma finishing it off.
Great teamwork and great timing.
Oh, spectacular play. The open shot, DeRozan. Off the left rim and out.
Boy, he'll usually knock it down if he's left that wide open. Just comes up empty.
Back to Avdia. There's a screen. Down low. With the fadeaway. And there are the Wizards with another bucket.
They're playing great team basketball. It's good movement and sharp, crisp passing.
Pass to Vucevic. And Vucevic slams it in.
You know, that's using speed and quickness to combat size. By the time the defense reacts, it's far too late.
Oh, it's Porzingis with the jam.
Well, 7'3" doesn't need much of a vertical, easy finish for KP.
Now here's LaVine. Ooh, Morris with a steal. Pass to Avdia. .125 left in the opening quarter. Just 5 on the clock. The Wizards need to get off a shot here. Here's Porzingis. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. Washington making some changes. Chicago trailing here. Here's LaVine. Second shot opportunity. And he takes it up and lays it in. LaVine's got 5.
Boy, you love to see this level of awareness from a big like Drummond. How about that feed to his teammate?
To the paint. Barton. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
All 5 guys are in sync. Their ball movement is flawless.
Pass to Drummond. And that's a foul called on DeLon Wright. That's his first foul. Now DeRozan. Well, no scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Gets his second attempt to go. Now he's 1 for 2.
You simply have to defend better than that. DeMar DeRozan has the vertical. He's super efficient in that area.
And the dunk by Gafford.
Well, he's such a good athlete for a center. It's how he's able to succeed despite being one of the smallest 5s in the NBA.
Here's DeRozan. Crafty move. No good on the layup.
Ooh, old school right there. No easy buckets.
Good scoring in this one as we conclude the first quarter. It's the Wizards leading by 5. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Wizards.
They've done a great job facilitating shooters. Their early game has seen a lot of hot passes and has kept the defense guessing as well.
And they've also shown dominance in the paint so far tonight, really putting the work in down low.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, B.A. Bradley Beal played for Coach Greg Popovich with the U.S. national team, and Pop said, quote, he's hard to keep up with. His balance and movement are very impressive. He stops on a dime, can pull up and shoot. That, along with his excellent footwork, are the most impressive things for me. Brian?
Yeah, great breakdown there, Allie. Thank you. Here's Vucevic. And Vucevic slams it in.
Well, Dragic has such an incredible feel for the game, understands where to deliver the pass and when.
Pass to Hachimura. Right outside. Fires the three. Bradley grabs the board. Chicago with the ball. They trail by one. They'll take on the Spurs at AT&T Center after this one. It's a quick turnaround on the road. Just one game. Vucevic slams it in.
Nikola Vucevic skilled at rolling hard to the rim after setting the screen. That is a smart play.
The Wizards making a switch here. And just about a minute and a half has passed here in the second quarter.
And Bradley Beal getting a huge contract this summer. Now, he committed to being with the Wizards for his prime. And there was some speculation he might leave, but he cemented his time in Washington for many years to come.
And the power finish by Vucevic.
Now, this guy is a crafty scorer. If Vucevic starts to cook, fellas, look out.
To the middle. Here's Porzingis. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Porzingis has got 6.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
Here's Caruso. No good, a bit long that time.
He really made that shot harder than it needed to be, and coach is not happy with that choice.
Might like a do-over there. Quality look inside.
Outside, Green. Three-pointer. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
Trading the lead back and forth, neither side is willing to back down.
And right now you love the chess match, right? The ability of each side to adjust to what the other is doing.
Pass to Williams. Outside, Green. There's the drive. Picked by Vucevic. And that one's good. And Green with the assist. Now it's a 4-point Bulls lead.
Earning his money on the interior tonight. That's a nice move.
Here's Morris. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game from him. Gafford in the post. And stolen by Williams. Inside. Levine. Here's DeRozan. Big men nowadays, Doris. Some of them handle like a guard.
Well, this is the beauty and the natural evolution of having to function on the perimeter. You want to be as skilled as possible. We call it being a free-tool player, Brian. Can you dribble? Can you pass? Can you shoot? Increasingly, you must be able to do all three.
And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. To the inside. Vucevic gets the bucket. Vucevic has got 16 points now.
The D hasn't been quick enough to react to the ball inside. That's helped cause this run.
Pass to Morris. Outside for Davis. They need this. The shot off that time. Now Chicago takes it the other way. They're moving on after a tough loss they took at the hands of the Pacers.
It really just wasn't a fun game for them. Their offense looked stagnant, and they couldn't get anything going.
I thought they were outworked and outplayed in just about every phase of the game. Maybe that's one of those situations where you say, hey, let's move on.
Here's Kuzma. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. It's going to belong to Nikola Vucevic.
So that pump fake by Kyle Kuzma got that defender off his feet. Contact happened. This is what you want as an offensive player.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. 3-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. To the middle. Barton with a steal. Morris outside. Here's Davis. Yep, count it. There's 6 seconds left in the first half of this game. And Levine, here we go. The swim move. Oh, he beats the buzzer just in time. Wow.
Big time bucket, I'll tell you. Great clock management there.
Coaches talk about ending quarters well. You cannot do it better than that.
And we've got third quarter basketball here. 2 quarters in the books. Chicago leading.
You know, the Wizards really came up short last season on the defensive end. They consistently struggled to get stops, which makes it twice as hard to win games.
And Williams over to help. Pass to Avdia. Back to Kuzma. They set a pick. And it's Kuzma finishing it off.
Throw down from Kyle Kuzma, a level of aggression.
Just wonder how the Wizards can remedy their defensive weaknesses from last year.
Well, B.A., mindset is a big part of it. They just need to have better focus on pressuring the ball handlers and making sure shots are getting well contested.
How about this, Doris? The Wizards haven't been to the conference finals since 1979. Unreal.
That's exactly right, B.A., and it gives you some sense of how tough it is to be successful in the NBA, because it's not that long ago that their backcourt consisted of John Wall and Bradley Beal. Many at the time considered it one of the most dangerous in the league and thought they would be here for over a decade. It does show you how hard sustained success is in the NBA.
Williams with the screen. Left side, Levine. DeRozan outside. Unloads. Oh, he sticks that one from 20 feet. DeRozan's got 6 points.
Well, if the defense naps in the pick-and-roll offense, DeRozan is too smart and too good and too skilled.
Deal with it. It's Kuzma with the miss.
Boy, surprised he missed that. The defense just good enough to prevent that bucket.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Thanks a lot. Well, Brian, the Wizards have been aggressively reshaping their roster. What they haven't done is tear it down and start a rebuild. That's often the most popular route for teams stuck in the middle, but the Wizards seem to be hoping they can catch lightning in a bottle. Back to you.
Now, no appetite for the restart, Allie. Thanks. Williams. And again, it's Chicago.
I love the throwback basketball. Work it down low and set up your teammate.
Beal outside. And there's the foul. It'll go on DeMar DeRozan. That's his first foul. Now a timeout called by Washington. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by in the third quarter. Here's Beal. And he makes it on the layup. Give him 8.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
Boy, when you consider that Bradley Beal entered the NBA as one of the sweetest shooting guards in the league, but over the course of his career, he's added elite playmaking, and he's as dangerous and complete an offensive force as there is in the game.
Washington trailing. It's Beal on the wing. Down low. Yep, that one goes.
They have no answer defensively inside.
Dragic outside. Pass to Drummond. DeRozan outside. For three, Dragic hits the trifecta. Dragic has got 5 points in the quarter. And about Beal, such an integral part of the makeup of this team.
He's been consistently committed to the organization. He's elite offensively and can flat lift a team by his individual offensive skill. And because of what he has in terms of his physical attributes, his coaches believe he can be elite defensively as well.
Pass to Drummond. Caruso left side. Inside. Hachimura. And it's slammed in by Hachimura.
Hachimura can make play after play above the rim. This guy's got a natural, gifted, athletic frame.
Here's DeRozan. Right with the board.
Well, he's a quality mid-range shooter, but he can't get that one to go.
Here's Avdia. Drummond grabs the miss. Now here's Dragic. He's got 5. Pass to Caruso. DeRozan for 3. Bulls keep it alive. Second chance effort. And the layup is good. DeRozan's got 8 points.
When you use it right, the pump fake's as effective a move as there is.
Here's Porzingis. Beal from outside. The shot no good. DeRozan outside. Over Avdia. And so it's the Chicago Bulls finishing the quarter with an 8-point lead. Getting lots of great looks, shooting it well. That's what. Fourth quarter action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Outside Davis. Pass to Kuzma. Now Gafford. Back to Kuzma. Here's Gafford. Covered by Vucevic. And here's Davis. Shot clock at 5. Here's Gafford. Back to Kuzma. Lets it go from deep. And it's Chicago with a board. Outside Levine. And Gafford with the block. Pass to Dosunmu. Vucevic with it. Over Gafford. Vucevic gets the bucket. And the Bulls lead by 10.
Well, anytime someone can knock down mid-range J's, it opens up the floor. Nikola Vucevic doing just that.
Doing what he can to help shrink the deficit, but it has to be a team effort.
Here's Levine. The offensive rebound. The 3 is up. And he can't get that one.
Well, this has not been his finest hour, but give your teammates some credit for doing the job of stepping in.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
Where was the defense? No help. You can't afford to give up these kinds of buckets.
And Daniel Gafford picks up the foul. That's his first foul of the game. Outside Levine. Unable to get that one. And Washington the other way now.
Just imagine if he was shooting better. The lead would be even bigger.
And a fast break now for the Bulls. Dosunmu on the wing. To the paint. Here's Williams. Takes the assist and lays it in. Nice setup. All right, let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for Chicago.
Their defensive intensity has served them well. It kept the offense scrambling and resulted in several steals.
I think it's also important we have to acknowledge how many scoring opportunities they've created from their spectacular defense, getting a bunch of points off turnovers.
Three-pointer, Vucevic. Gafford grabs the miss. Pass to Kuzma. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And now just a 4-point Bulls lead.
Kyle Kuzma stepping up and getting it done.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, Billy Donovan was just reviewing the plan with his team. He complimented the three-point shooting. He said, quote, "It's one thing to get the look, it's another to bury it. I believe in you guys. I think you've got this game on lock. Let's go out there and let's take this. Guys."
Thanks for that, Allie.
Oh, a bona fide superstar in this league. Beal looking to help his team close strong. They need these points badly.
And Beal drops them both.
Well, consistency is so critical, especially in clutch moments. This guy has got that gene.
DeRozan outside. Drummond with the screen. The kick out to Williams. There's the three. Porzingis grabs the board.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Beal outside. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take two from the free throw line.
Bradley Beal is an elite offensive player, and now the pressure is on at the foul line. Can he come through?
First free throw is good, and that narrows the gap to one. And he's unable to get the second one.
And that miss could come back to bite them. At this stage, you can't be leaving points at the free throw line.
Oh, my goodness. You could tell DeMar DeRozan demanded the basketball. He wanted the chance to be the deciding factor.
.124 left to the fourth. To the inside. Here's Porzingis. And it's cleared by Vucevic. Pass to Dosunmu. DeRozan outside. Williams with the screen. Clock at 4. And it's in.
Boy, what a thing of beauty by DeMar DeRozan. His eyes are up. He locates his teammate just so pretty.
Pass to Kuzma. Takes a three. It's hauled in by the Bulls. They've led by as much as 10. Here's Vucevic. DeRozan left side. And Chicago again with a bucket.
Looking to close things out. That might have been the nail in the coffin.
Well, at this point, they're so far up, it would take a real collapse to give this game away at this point.
And another miss by Washington. And Monte Morris is going to pick up the foul. That'll be a second foul of the game. There's 21 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. So the first one drops, and that stretches their lead to 8.
You know, to me, one of the real pleasurable aspects of watching DeMar DeRozan work, this guy's footwork is something he's developed, and it's on point.
And here's Davis. This one belongs to Chicago. This one was a fun one to watch. They were clearly in the driver's seat down the stretch.
They really were, B.A. They played with great...
Vienna.